from O'Kelly Riddick Stadium. We're underway on this Thursday night. Central on the return, that's Chris Mosley. Mosley, who has a lot of speed, popping to the outside. And he's... Richard decides to take off the leading rusher for this group, and he's able to pick up the first. Can do it both ways. They keep it on the ground. Here's Collier to the left side, and he's stopped up and brought down by Lawrence Richardson. Receivers on the field. Collier to his left on second down. The pass out, and that's Quentin McCall with the catch, beating the defender across the 35, and then he's wrapped up by a number of mutations as they start off play in the MEAC. Great throw, zipped it in there, and
so they can play. This is just 4 vertical routes here. Put them in no man's land, run up the seam.
Receiving in. A 31-yard strike point.
Extra point.
And 6 play. They hand it off to Alfonso Graham. Graham, who we featured in the open and who was wrapped up, and it's number 27 in black to the bottom of your screen. Here's Baker looking in and completes the pass to Andre Crowley. Amundi, excuse me, on to punt it away. E.J. Hicks, who caught that touchdown pass now in the return game. A little shifty and brought down. RPO, and that's Richard. That's exactly what he has the ability. Well, that was one of the things they talked about. Hey, let's make sure you maintain that flexibility on the outside. There's Latrell Collier, and Collier. Richard stumbled, and taking advantage of it was also take loss of yardage for the opposing team. Flicks it out and finds Mookie Collier. Collier, who's just so speedy, and gained most of those yardage. Correction from the 13, excuse me, as they run up ahead. Richard looking into the
best player. He was actually open for a little while. Right now he's open. He's waiting for the football.
Touchdown reception, the local product out of Durham, Riverside. Carson Baker looking, going to the outside, and miscommunication. Well,
Graham needs to get his touches to get it down.
Instead, they keep it through the air, and the pass is complete to Crawley. Crawley has a clear pass to the end zone. Catches the touchdown, and then is the holder here for Beckett Leary. The back-to-back, and now he's hungry for his squad to be in contention for a MEAC title. Chris Mosley on the return, and Mosley slipped.
Double move, got him.
On the outside, and the receiver falls down, and you saw it. 2nd and 10, passing right to the middle of the field, was popped up, and Morton was in the air. Richard steps up in the pocket and is able to convert another third for the Eagles from his quarterback position, hands it off, and Mookie Collier is bottled up after making sure they get the play that they want, and dropping back, and again right there is Xavier Shell on the stop. Got to get it snapped with 1 second left on the play clock. Richard finds the soft spot. That's E.J. Hicks. E.J. Hicks, who has been the favorite target tonight. The final play of the quarter, and it's Collier straight up ahead, and there's big number 0, Elijah. 1 yard to gain, and the quarterback sneak up ahead. He keeps it. It's Davius, man in motion. The toss to Taylor Mosley, and Mosley is driven backward.
Evan Smith, number 22 in the slot.
Richard looking, has a little real estate going to the right side. Can he get in? Yes.
Come open, makes up his mind, becomes a foot race. I mean, he's outrunning some pretty quick defenders. That's the...
It's Richard with 2 passing touchdowns, and now he Olivio connects. He knocked off a top 25 opponent, even beat their rival as Carson Baker is scrambling out of the pocket. 3rd and 10 in time, and that one was in. His first play on offense for NCCU. Their best starting field position is Jamari Taylor on the carry. All right, that we can. I like the list, Jay. I like the list. We'll see if others agree as Richard has the pass going for it on 4th down, and they were able to punch it in from there. And on 3rd and 7, zipped it right in. And Richard, who had nowhere to go, bounces off and then breaks away across the 20, 10, and into the end zone.
Sweep right, but over pursuit, not tackling, not wrapping.
What look at one.
How did he get out of there? I mean, that played to a long touchdown. Crushing.
We've talked all night about the strength for the Eagles. Keith Jenkins back to return it from for the Bears. Across the 20, 25, 30, has some room
we got
around
some
the
jets.
right. Keith Jenkins answering right back. He was penalized for, as he just did like, you know, the lean forward, like you're spin right there at the end.
Spin.
Yeah.
I mean, God, you can't call it for spinning. When you got a quarterback that's on fire in Davis Richard.
Right into the hands of Chris Mosley. Mosley across the 35, 40, little juke move, and then tripped up.
Talked about the quality of those wins. I mean, you beat North Carolina A&T, who's in the Big South.
And how about Mookie Collier on that left side, trying to beat the defender, sheds him, and just stop. Now 1st and goal, they hand it right back to Collier, and Collier.
Cut on a dime, cut. Get here in the middle, small space, cut. Made him whiff.
The cut back from Mookie, the redshirt junior, out of Bluefield, West. With 8:40. On 2nd and 8, going outside. One-on-one coverage. And Baker feeling pressure, trying to get away from Jayden Taylor. And the pass converting on their 2nd. 1st down, and now Alfonso Graham carrying a Powell up ahead.
He's in distance alive.
Rolling right and into the hands of Alfonso.
Right.
That one. Baker quickly gets it out. Crawley, who caught a touchdown early in the backfield. And they hand it off to Graham, and Graham has stood up at 15. Pressure coming. Davius Richard feels it. Sacked. Richard looking, pass incomplete.
Punt return, they're setting up the return. And what a punt.
Great punt by Velarde, and back on for Morgan State. And E.J. Hicks. Richard back to pass on 1st down, has a man, and that's Andrews. Conference play starting tonight for them. They're looking to make a statement, and Davius Richard.
Too easy.
Youth in the area, but also it was 42 points put up by the Eagles through 2. Try to put some points on the board.
Get back to competing, and it's been a long time coming. Just taking it on the chin tonight. Let's see if the boys from...
We're seeing a little bit quicker tempo from Morgan State coming out of the locker room as Baker decides to keep it, trying to find the pitch out to Graham. Graham fumbles it. It's on the field still, and North Carolina's...
Let's not allow them to have that type of success the rest of this half.
Devin Smith. A little miscommunication there. So you hosting Oklahoma State, then later that night there's Florida State hosting Clemson. 2 big games. Baker again having to scramble, tosses it over, and Graham nearly got to it, but Pat. Baker with plenty of time, and that one caught. Richard with time and zips it over.
Please.
Richard finds Collier wide open in space in the flat. And here's Collier.
And I know he is. He's been intimidating performance right now.
Third and 7, pass complete, and just willing his way into the end zone.
Take him in there with you. Cross that goal.
Give it up for that O-line, just like you mentioned, Jay. That's okay. We can give him an assist here. Norfolk State now the offensive coordinator. Of the Eagles.
Accurate arm, more than capable backup. Lefty,
They hand it off, yeah.
Lefty.
To Josh Pullen.
Partially called a sign of respect to Morgan State.
Qs know exactly what to do.
What about my man, though, that was so...
Looking down the field, and the gunslinger Walker Harris completes the pass. Luke Bracey in motion. The handoff to Pullen. Pullen.
Trying to baseball.
Yeah, Rodriguez at the end, yeah.
The Truth in Service Classic at Audi Field is what I'm interested in seeing. But two of the...
For Maryland's preeminent public urban research institution, Morgan State. Hands off to Alfonso Grant. Event hall, great sound stage, multi-purpose rooms, a number of eating options for the... And Josh Pullen. That's not Josh Pullen. Again, or download the ESPN app. And he always brings a very formidable defense as Arthur Rogers. And that's Mosley, and Mosley finds his way at the end. Touchdown, Eagles. With that extra point, tying the most points that...
Spirit, that energy that's new here on campus.
Deuce Taylor sees that one.
For the MEAC, you have to take pride in the fact that North Carolina Central, your number one team.
You see that sidestep though, Jay?
Yes.
We got to give Deuce Taylor some.
Could be the future guy to say he can do some special things. We'll see what's up next week when we go down to the